do I call myself a Chicano who is an actor, or an actor who is a Chicano? Well, I've gone through different phases in my life where both of them probably were what I called myself at one time. But now, no, I just call myself a human being. And I feel more comfortable with that. Not that I deny my, it's obviously I'm Latino, you know, and I call myself Chicano. And when people ask me, what is a Chicano, I tell them. And they say, well, why don't you call yourself Mexican? Because I'm not from Mexico. Okay, so then why don't you call yourself American? Because I am American, but I'm not accepted as an American. So Chicano means what? Chicano means a pissed off Mexican who lives now in a place called the United States that used to be Mexico, who's politically active and refuses to be colonized, okay? And some get it, some don't. So I've come to terms with the fact of who I am, and I've always accepted it. And my mother taught us to be proud of who we were, proud of our culture. My dad, same thing. My grandparents. So that was never an issue for me. Now I don't like putting myself in a box because we're already segregated, and so I don't want to do that to myself. And certain terms that are still around, like Chicano theater, I never use that term, that I do Chicano theater or anybody does Chicano theater. There's only theater, man, you know? That's all it is. You don't go to Italy and see Italian theater, you know, especially if they're doing Shakespeare, you know. So just not to play the game. I don't play that game anymore because it's a game that's foisted on us, and it's meant to try to make us feel inferior because we're smaller in numbers than the majority, and we're usually poorer, and we're usually poorer educated because of the system. And you know, I made a point that I'm going to educate myself, and I'm not going to accept the education that I got in high school and junior high school. I'm going to go beyond that. I think Latinos should be able to play any role in film and television and theater because everybody else does. I mean, how many times do we have to see, you know, Burt Lancaster playing Indians, you know, and with all good intention, you know, because he said, I can play the role, and I will play the role because I'll be fair, right? And he was. But he was not Indian. And there were Indians that could have played that role, or mestizos like myself. Look, we should be able to play anything. Some of us are browner than others. Some of us are paler than, you know. I mean, some of us are black. And so you saw in the production of Julius Caesar, I had women playing men's roles, a woman playing the great character of Brutus. And she did it wonderfully, and people forgot about it. And if you go see a black actor playing Hamlet, you're not going to say, if he's great, you're not going to say, yeah, but he didn't look Danish. It's not going to be, your mind is not going to compute it that way, right? It's not going to accept it that way. It's going to, because when you're watching a play or a film, your mind takes over, and it forgets about these things when the actor and the movie or both come together and they take you out of your stupid, you know, boxes that we sometimes have to live through. If people want to call me a Chicano, yeah, I am. If they want to call me a Mexican, yeah. You want to call me Latin American, fine. A brown person, yeah, that's all true. But it's all subsumed by the fact that I'm a human being with a creative mind, and that's what drives me.